Good morning, friends. My name is Jessie, and I have a farm, Elysian Homestead, where we grow as much of our own food as we possibly can. We preserve it, we grow our own meats, and we butcher and process all of that on our own. We are located in northern Michigan, Zone 5A, and today I just wanted to go over some of my recent seed hauls with you. I still have one more coming, but there's no shipping notification on it yet, so I figured we would just get this over with so I could organize these into my seed bins, and we'll do that one when it comes in. So let's get to it. First, we have Botanical Interest, which is one of my absolute favorites. Their packaging even stands out to me. The way they ship it, the way they package the seeds, I'll show it to you, but here's how it comes. And then you open it, maybe, and then you get this beautiful happy growing. You get a seed starting guide, and it has a lot of details in there. Like, it's pretty extensive. It's really nice. Like, I ordered from them for the very first time last year, and their seeds are super affordable and high quality. Everything grew wonderfully with great germination rates. I loved them. They were amazing. So I ordered an even bigger order this year than I did last year. For the tomatoes, I just got a regular beefsteak. I don't particularly love a red tomato. Isaiah, please stop. I don't particularly love a red tomato myself, but I do sell tomato starts, and they're highly requested, just large red beefsteaks. And I also make tons of pasta sauce, enchilada sauce, spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce. Those go really well on them, especially you can just throw the whole thing in there, cook it down, strain it out. Cherokee Purple. I absolutely love Cherokee Purple. You can see it cost me $2.29 for this pack. And this has, I don't even know how many seeds, 25 seeds. So I love a Cherokee Purple tomato. They're very smoky. They're very sweet. I like purples. I like pinks. I like oranges and yellows. Those are my favorites. So it's just a classic. We have Golden Jubilee. Yeah, it's really firm. I really like the firmness of it. So when you slice it, it's not falling apart on you when it's ripe. I like that one. One of my favorites is Pink Oxheart, but I'm going to try Red Oxheart this year to see if I love it as much as I like the pink. They are just huge heart-shaped tomatoes, and they're just, the pink ones are just beautiful, so I'm really looking forward to trying the red ones. Maybe it'll increase my love of red tomatoes. Pineapple, I grow this every year, but I ran out of seeds, and I apparently didn't save seeds from it last year because I normally save seeds. And this is another slicer. And then I plan on, for my seed sale, doing some pots of patio tomatoes. So I picked these little yellow cherries, which I'm very excited about. And I also have like a stacked planter that I will be putting some in for my own personal use on my back deck. And then Indigo Rose. I absolutely love this tomato for the look. It's prolific. The picture doesn't really do it justice. Like where the green is becomes this beautiful, beautiful blush color when it's ripe. And then the inside is just absolutely stunning when you cut it open. So here's what their seed packets look like. This is a online exclusive, so it's open. The other ones are closed, but this one, they look the same. Just one is like a book. See how much information you get on the inside of your package? So much. All sorts of things about the plant, about growing the plant. And then the back Every packet has this. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. Great packaging. This year, I'm switching up from Aunt Molly's ground cherries to pineapple ground cherries. We love these. I don't love them preserved, but we just like them as a little snack in the garden. And, you know, the trick to these is really to wait until they fall off the plant. So you harvest them off the ground and not on the plant. That's why they're called ground cherries. And they are just, some people love them, some people do not love them. I love them. We have a white pumpkin, Lumia. I can't say it. I'm really bad with pronunciation, but I want to use it for decorations, but I also want to use it for meat. And it says that the flavor and texture are excellent. I canned up a lot of pumpkin this last year, and I plan on doing it again. They're great. Muffins, breads, pies, but you just can them in cubes. You can't puree them, but you can them in cubes. And my kid uses them for his overnight oats, for breakfast oatmeal bakes. Yeah, we use them all for all sorts of things. Cinderella pumpkin, just because look how beautiful that is. Who wouldn't want to grow that? They're just like flat, and they're not huge. They're big around, but they're flat, so they stack really well. So those can also be eaten. They can, and I plan on preserving all of my pumpkins and squashes, and they can sit in a cold storage for a long time. I have a cold storage pantry in my basement, and I still have winter squash. We're looking at March 3rd right now, and I probably harvested them at the end of September and beginning of October. So long storage life and lots of good food for your family. Red curry. These are not huge, but I really enjoyed the color, the look that they gave in the garden, and they are sweet. They are good to eat. They didn't store as long. They probably had the shortest shelf life of any of the squash. Lakota. I bought this because it's beautiful, and I can't wait to grow it. And I really struggle with choosing what I'm going to grow and what I'm not going to grow. And I just want to grow all of the things. So we got Lakota squash, and it says it's fine-grained flesh with an enticing sweet, nutty flavor. So that should be delicious. One of my favorite pumpkins or winter squash to grow in the garden because of the way it looks is this Jaharadal. It's got this deep, dark, orange-red flesh in it. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's delicious. And then last year I grew baby boo pumpkins, so they were just little, and I used them. I planted 2 plants, and I gave away so many to friends, and then my table was full of them. My decoration on the buffet, I had so many from 2 plants. So this year, with the baby boos, I'm also going to try Jack Be Little and see if we can get orange and white baby pumpkins for decorations this year. That's exciting. And maybe the baby can decorate a few. Okay, so into our summer squash. Round zucchini. I haven't grown these in maybe 15 years. But I used to love them for carve them out a little bit and then stuff them and then bake them. They were delicious. So we're going to try that again this year. And then I got Max's Gold, which is this one is a hybrid. And I just want to try it. The yellow squash that I grew last year, it didn't really produce very much. So I'm really hoping to get something abundantly this year. I like to take my zucchinis, my summer squashes, and I zoodle them and then dehydrate them, and then I use those pretty much all winter. So hopefully, and I am trying a few hybrids in my garden this year. I don't normally plant hybrids. I've always been heirloom, open pollinated, but I'm gonna try it. There's nothing wrong with hybrids. I just always wanted to save my own seeds and know that I was gonna get the same thing the next year. And with a hybrid, you chance it. You don't know. I mean, you could, but you might not. So I don't like yellow wax beans, so I'm gonna try these Gold Rush beans this year because I like having the basket of beans full of all the colors, like purple, red, yellow, striped. I like green. I like having all the colors, so I'm gonna try that and see if I like those better than the yellow wax. The yellow wax is more of a, I don't know, it's a chewy texture to me. I'm also trying French fillet this year. I'm super excited about these. So we have daikon radish. This I won't start until the middle of summer into the fall. It's not really a spring into summer crop. It's more of a summer into fall crop. I love it. I love it pickled. I eat a lot of Asian cuisine, so it goes really well with that. Hi, baby. Cosmic purple carrots, sorry. I have a blend of carrot seeds that I saved from previous years. There's so many carrots from just a few plants. Like, you only need to let a couple go to seed and you will have carrots forever. But they don't have a purple. I think I've got black in here somewhere and like a red somewhere that I ordered, and I just kind of wanted to mix up the colors a little bit and save seeds from these so I can continue with the color thing. We'll see. Oh, watermelon radish. This is one of my absolute favorite radishes. It's absolutely gorgeous when you cut into it. It's one of the common like pickled radishes for Asian dishes. Oh, and they get pretty big and they have an amazing flavor. I love them. Bok choy, again, because I really like cooking, Asian dishes. This goes great in stir fries or just ginger soy bok choy as a side dish. It's so good. Or kimchi. I love making kimchi. Copenhagen market cabbage. I can't talk. Copenhagen market cabbage. So these will get, I don't know, fairly big, 3 to 4 pounds, and they should store really well. Like, I shouldn't have any problems keeping these long-term in cold storage. But I also plan to make a lot of sauerkraut this year because we're finally out of the last batch of sauerkraut we made. I think I have like 3 or 4 jars left. That's not very much. So we're gonna try that. And then broccoli. Broccoli is a hit or miss for me. Some years I have a really good year. I think the best year that I had with broccoli, I did it all in pots on my deck. And then they were all like coming up with these beautiful heads, and my goat got out and ate them all. Are you all right there? Don't mind my toddler. He likes to have attention too. I really want to get enough broccoli to preserve through the winter. Have some in the freezer we can just pull out. That's the goal, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. Same thing with cauliflower. I have cauliflower seeds somewhere. I really want to get enough to preserve it, to have it to just pull out so I don't have to go to the store and buy it. Okay, sorry. So here's some flowers. I've never grown flax, but look how pretty it is. I'm gonna try that this year. And it's supposed to be a perennial, so we'll see. It's beautiful. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I probably won't put it in the actual garden because we have black pepper down for there, so probably maybe the cottage garden and let it spread. Let's try that. I do a lot of hanging baskets, and I sell hanging baskets, and I have hanging baskets everywhere because they're beautiful. And I found these. Purple is my favorite color. I normally like a lighter purple, but I really like this one. Another thing that I love in my baskets and my containers that I do and that I grow is alyssum. And look at this beautiful pastel mix. I cannot wait to see that in baskets. I've already had requests for baskets, like pre-orders. I've already had pre-orders for baskets. I have 2 red, white, and blue pre-orders that I'm kind of excited about. I'm trying to really plan out how I'm going to do that. Like, am I going to do the same flowers? Am I going to do different flowers? You know, like a white flower and then a blue flower that's different and then a red petunia. Or I'm not sure. I'm really thinking about it, and I want it to look really beautiful for the person. So I'm going to put a lot of thought into that one. Black-eyed Susan vine. I start these every year because I'm like, they're gonna be beautiful, but I have never had success with them. I think one year I got a couple of them to come up, but they didn't really do anything. They never flowered. So I'll work on that. More lavender. We love lavender. It's very medicinal. I love to make lavender syrup for lemonades. I love to make lavender sugar for baking, lavender bouquets or lavender wreaths. I love lavender, so I'm gonna try starting more. I'm gonna have to winter sow that, which is gonna be coming up probably this weekend. Borage, love borage. It's easy to save seeds from these, but you have to be right on top of it because they drop them really quick because it self-sows. But since I live in such a cold zone, it doesn't do that well. Like, it doesn't have a lot of time to keep itself going. I have white and I had blue, but I'm out of those seeds, so we're doing this again. It's edible. It's weird because it's fuzzy and it tastes maybe like mildly like a cucumber, which not a lot of flavor there. Rogue Royal Sunflower. I've grown these several years in a row. They're beautiful. Teddy Bear Sunflower. Last year in my garden, when anybody would go through a garden walkthrough with me, they would say, "What sunflowers are these?" And they were a showstopper. They were beautiful and they really attracted a lot of attention. I loved them. So we got some melons, heart of gold cantaloupe. Since I live in such a cold climate, I can only grow, like, I think on average our frost-free days is like 118 or something like that. So I can only grow things that mature in less time than that. And this one is, just said it, 80 days to maturity. That's 80 days from the sprout. If you start in the ground from the time it sprouts till the time it gives you fruit. If you start it in your indoors, that's 80 days from the time you put it in the ground, is my understanding. That's what I've always been told. And I will be starting my melons and my squashes in my greenhouse this year. I normally don't do that. I normally try to put them in the ground. But last year just wasn't a lot, like, successful for stuff like that. So I'm going with the greenhouse method this year. I've got Minnesota Midget. I love these. They're very sweet. It's personal size melon. I love them. Chantrice cantaloupe. Again, this one is 90 days, so starting to push the limits, but mwah. Hoping that I haven't tried that one yet. And then another favorite of mine, and I sell a lot of the plant starts for it, and I also get requests to have this pickled for people. Mouse melon, cuca melon, Mexican sour gherkin. They take forever to get established. No, don't sit on the table, baby. There you go. They take forever to get established. Like, forever. But once they do, they take right off. And they're just these little morsels. They look like a watermelon. They taste like a cucumber. The bigger you let them get, the more sour they become. They are absolutely a hit every single time. I'm gonna try stevia this year. We're really, really steering away from processed sugars, processed food in general, but processed sugars. We do a lot of honey, a lot of maple syrup, and I'm gonna try growing some stevia. It's just an annual, so we'll take all the leaves and I'll dry them and then put them in like teas or whatever to sweeten. Your breakfast is on your face, sir. Anyways. I love growing onions. I love growing anything onion related. Leeks, awesome. I love them. This is King Richard. I think I have another variety coming, or I bought it and already put it away. I'm not sure. I love this. What I don't eat fresh, I dehydrate. It goes great in soups and stews. I like to throw these in stir fries fresh. I like to throw them in pretty much everything I cook. I love them. We also have shallots, Zabroon shallots. I grew these last year for the first time. They were so good. I love them. This year I saw a recipe for garlic, chili, shallot oil, like the Asian oil, like the chili oil with crispy. So I'm going to be doing that this year, and hopefully we'll get a good harvest off of it. Walla Walla onions. I also ordered these from my order that's coming in. I really like onions because they have a lot of ways to preserve them, and I use them. I make seasonings out of them. I just dehydrate them and just use onion powder. I freeze them so I can just pull them out of the bag and throw them in whatever I'm cooking. I mean, I put them in my onion or my pickle mixes. I love growing onions. And I found the best results come from seeds. These are my shallots. We have Italian Red of Florence and Tokyo Long White. I know I have more, I said shallots, scallions, bunching onions. I know that I have more somewhere in my seed collections. I love these things. They grow really fast, so when I'm cooking, I can just run out, grab it, and then I have the little tiny bulb and then the greens. I use them all the time. Every week during the winter, these are on my grocery order. I love bunching onions. Peppers. So Orange Sun. I have more than one orange pepper that I'm growing this year. I want to try them. I love orange peppers. I don't like green peppers, so I always have to wait until they turn orange, yellow, red, whatever they're going to turn. And then we have Candy Cane Chocolate Cherry, which is new and probably the most expensive pepper seed that I bought this year. But I wanted to try them. They look like they will be awesome. Red California Wonder, tried and true. Yellow California Wonder, tried and true. Yep, good job. And then hot peppers, ghost pepper, Thai hot pepper, which I love this. I love Thai cooking. I love all of the flavors that go with that. And lemon spice, jalapeno. 3 years ago, I think, I grew lemon spice, orange spice, and pumpkin spice, and then just green and, that turn red. And I made cowboy candy out of them, and that was the hottest cowboy candy I ever had. But it was so good and so flavorful. Like, I will do that every single year, and I have. And I dehydrate them. I make seasonings out of them. I make powder out of them. I just have dehydrated jalapenos, cubes, slices, and all the things for breads and whatever I want to put them in. If I'm making like a spicy sauce, I can just throw them in there. I love it. One of my most successful seasonings last year at the farmer's market was smoked seasoned salt, and it had dehydrated jalapenos in it, and it was amazing, but it wasn't too spicy. I had other things in it. It was really good, and I just got stopped in public recently and told how much they really enjoyed that seasoning and how they cannot wait to get it again. And they used it all up and they were really sad. That was awesome to hear. I really enjoyed that. All right. Baker Creek. This just, I obviously already opened all of these. These just came in a big envelope. I went through them. I always like to double check my seed orders just to make sure there's no error. I mean, we're all human. And I just like to make sure I have them all. So we'll try to go through these faster because this video is getting kind of long. Butterfly, queen pea, blue queen, butterfly pea. I am not growing this for the pea. I am growing this for the flower, for the tea. It's medicinal. So we're really hoping on that one. I haven't tried it yet, but it makes this beautiful colored tea. So banana pepper, because who doesn't love a pickled banana pepper? Aren't these pictures just beautiful though? I love the pictures on Baker Creek seed packaging. The back is just kind of basic, but it does give some like planting information along the side. Pink jazz tomato, because I love pink tomatoes. And I love the pink jazz and the orange jazz right here. They're some of my favorites. I can't say that I have a lot of favorites. I do. As long as they're not red.
Done, Mama.
I'm not done yet, baby. Almost.
No.
Yellow monster pepper. I grew, I don't think it was these ones. I can't wait. They're supposed to be like 4 inches long and or 8 inches long and 4 inches wide. They're supposed to be huge. I preserve a lot of peppers. Again, the same way with hot peppers. Dehydrate them, make them into seasonings. I smoke them. I cube them and throw them in the freezer so I can pull them out and cook with them. I do a lot of things with peppers. I love peppers. I throw them in stir fries all summer long. Adverjarski pepper. I grew it one year. The year I grew a lot of peppers, like a lot of different peppers, I had them in one of my raised beds. And we ended up having a ground squirrel problem that year. And as soon as my peppers would turn, they would come up and grab them and take them. And we could not get rid of the ground squirrel. That was 2 years ago. So it was really sad because I had a lot of these in there. Jalapeno. I love the jalapeno because it's a jalapeno flavor without the spice. I really enjoy that. This is the one. King of the North. This is the one that kept getting stolen every single time. The Adverjarski, King of the North. Couldn't even try them. Black from Tula tomato. I really like the purple and black tomatoes. I like the smokiness of them. Like all summer long, I'm eating caprese, I'm eating bruschetta, I'm eating grilled cheese with tomatoes on it. Like and I'm not eating red tomatoes. I mean, I do, but I'm not loving them as much. Orange spice jalapeno. Love them. Lemongrass. I grew so much lemongrass last year. I gave like a whole bushel away to a friend, and I preserved another bushel, maybe a little bit more, and ground it all up, and now I just have it in cubes in the freezer, and I use it in my Asian cooking all the time. I love this stuff. Dragon's tongue beans. These are probably our favorite. We pluck these off the plant and eat them just straight in the garden. We love them. They preserve really well. They don't cook with the color on them, but they're really beautiful. They're very prolific. Golden beets. First time I grew them was last year. Absolutely fell in love with them. I don't love beets. I hate pickled beets, but I really enjoyed these roasted. I do like red roasted, but I like these roasted better. And then I grew Cylindra beets last year for the first time as well from a seed swap. I had gotten a few of these seeds. They're amazing. They get so long and they pop right out of the ground. And they are so easy to peel because they're so long. Craig's Grande jalapeno. This one will turn red once it matures. Orange peach tomatoes. I grew these last year and I love them. I love the texture of them. Outside is fuzzy, like a peach. I loved it. They were awesome. I grow amaranth every year because I love it. It's beautiful. It's a showpiece in the garden. It really is. People are like, what is that? Can I get a picture with that? Absolutely you can. Take a picture. And then I haven't preserved amaranth for us for eating. I should. But I haven't. But I give it to the chickens when it's time. When frost comes and it's time, I give it to the chickens. They love it. Abe Lincoln. Just one of those staples I always have in my garden. Queen of the Night, new one this year, and I am excited. It looks beautiful. We have, I love nasturtiums. I made vinegar out of nasturtiums. Well, flavored vinegar with nasturtiums last year. So good. Dehydrate them, use them as a spice. When I make sushi, I just decorate the platters with. I recently saw that you can make pickled nasturtium seeds and it's like capers, so I probably will try that this year. Jet black hollyhock. I love hollyhocks. Can't wait for this. Aunt Ruby's German green. I love green ripe tomatoes. Not green unripe tomatoes. I like tomatoes that are green when ripe. I do. They're so good. Oh, another nasturtium. Cherry rose jewel. Love it. Great in containers. I grow them mostly in containers. Here's my cauliflower. Amazing cauliflower. It's supposed to mature at 10 inches and it's self-blanching. Hoping that goes well this year. Some edible flowers. I did flower suckers last year and sold them at the farmer's market, and they were instantly gone. So I got celestial blue pansy to use with that. I got a black devil pansy to use for doing that. I'm gonna sugar and candy some this year, as well as continue to make the suckers. There we go. I feel like there was another one. Nope. Okay, that was it. On that. Okay, Chinese red noodle beans. Love these in my stir fries. I have all the colors of Chinese noodle long beans. I love them. Moringa. It's a complete plant protein. Just, it's an annual, but you just take it, dehydrate the greens, throw them in a smoothie or something, put them in a soup. It's just a complete protein. It's packed full of good stuff for you. Gold coin sunflower. Loved these last year. Everybody loved them. 1,500-year-old cave beans. I haven't tried these, and I'm excited to try these. I want to do dried beans. These ones are, I can't remember. Oh, so they are pole beans, which I prefer to grow. Pole beans, because it takes, goes up, and I just find them way more prolific than the little bushes on the ground. It's just do. So I'm excited for these. We're expanding the garden this year, and if I can expand it far enough, we're going to end up with a lot more dried beans, because that would be a good food staple and stores easy. Black nebula carrots. Celosia early rose. I also do cut flowers. I love cut flowers. A rose con polo pepper. I'm going to put these in pots so I can move these into my greenhouse. Same with the Thai chili and the ghost peppers, because I just don't have the season to mature these. But I love them. This is a seasoning pepper. I love making my own seasonings. I really do. So I'm going to put them in pots so as soon as it gets cold I can move them to my greenhouse. Or we're going to figure out a way for me to make just a small hoop season extender thing over top of where I plant the peppers. One or the other. Baby corn. I usually grow a baby corn by Emma Gardner, which just comes up on one stalk. Love it. It goes into our stir fry mixes. It's so good. This one says it's produced 3 or 4 stalks per plant and up to 40 ears per plant. So I'm excited about that, because I literally take a bunch of veggies from the garden and just chop them all up, mix it all up, and throw them in baggies, freeze it. I just lay them flat and freeze them, and then throw them in baggies, and then I have stir fries. And I even put sauces in, you okay? Sauces in little containers. Freeze them with it. I love it. This year I'll probably do freeze bigger sauce things in big ice cube or silicone trays, and then put them in there, because the container is kind of squished in the freezing, in the vacuum sealing process. But baby corn. So I ordered one and I got one for free from Baker Creek, Baby Hindu Bok Choy. I grow these straight in the seed trays. And I just one batch after the next. Like I harvest one batch and then I grow another one. It's like 28 to 30 days for harvesting. So we love these. They make great kimchi. They're great in stir fries. We love them. Then we also got Benny Housey Mizuna. I keep getting this one for free every year. I don't love it. So I think I'm just gonna throw it in the chicken garden. It's good for them. This year I got distilled pepper, which is supposed to be really hot. So I'm just gonna grow it for my hot pepper seasoning. We don't like spicy. We like spicy. We don't like burn your mouth spicy. So kind of just a little bit more. So from Park Seeds, I usually get Park Seeds and Johnny's Seeds. I usually get most of my basket growing stuff. So I've got Shockwave Petunia, got 2 of those. Tidal Wave Red Velour, which I'm thinking about putting in those red, white, and blue baskets. Lobelia Blue Fountain, a favorite of mine. Lobelia Crystal Palace, which is gorgeous. Tidal Wave Hot Pink Hybrid. And then I got Cherry Fountain Tomato Hybrid, which I am super stoked about, which is going to go in my stacking planters, and I'll probably sell some baskets of it as well. I am so excited about it. I thought I ordered 2 packets. Apparently I didn't. I only have 1, so probably be a little stingy for the first year, but I'll save seeds and have more for next year for the seed sale. Okay, I'm going quickly because there's no pictures. It's not pretty. So Greater Quaking Grass, it's gorgeous. It's going to be for cut flowers. Dusty Miller, also for cut flowers. Lemon Boy Plus, my husband loved this. We got this, it's a hybrid tomato, and we got this from the Amish greenhouse right down the road from us one year, and it's solid. It's a sturdy tomato, and when you cut it, it's like a solid slice. It doesn't fall apart. It's not flimsy. He loved the flavor of it, so I bought those seeds for him. Lunchbox pepper mix, which is one of my favorites. I will snack on peppers all the time. Like, just cut them up, put them on my plate. They're a great snack. Put cream cheese in them with a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. I love it. I'll make up a bunch of those when I have a big harvest and just leave them in the fridge, and we all just snack on them. They're a great little snack. Sahara rutabaga, because my husband bought rutabaga a couple of years ago, and a plant, and put it in the ground, and he was so excited, and he loved this plant. And then our dog dug them up, and he has not let her forget about it. He reminds her every time she's by that spot, don't go there, don't even go near there. That's where my rutabaga was that you dug up. So I bought him some more. I'll plant a bunch for him. And then lastly, my most favorite flower in the garden last year, first time I ever grew it was last year, and I heard it's really hard to start, and I didn't get a huge turnout from what I started, but I got enough to let me know that it was my absolute favorite flower, Lysianthus. I bought 4 kinds this year: Voyage Champagne, or Voyage 2 Champagne, Roseanne 3 Brown, and the 1, 2s, and 3s are like the flush of when it's gonna bloom. So I didn't get a 1, I got 2s and 3s, so it'll be later in the season, which is fine. Voyage 2 Lavender, these are gorgeous. And Voyage 2 First Love. I am so excited about all these. Probably won't plant them all this year because I'm not necessarily sure I'm gonna be doing the farmer's market this year, because I have a toddler and I don't think I can do that and chase him at the farmer's market. So I'll probably just grow a few for mine and friends' bouquets and maybe sell a few on the side. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, that's it for my seed haul. I have one more coming. It's not quite as big as this one, but I'll make another video when I get that one in. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to put them